Good morning, everybody. It's True Serum, Jojo. I'm back. We got some interesting news to cover. So remember, if you can support the channel, share it. If you're able, I don't know if you're able to subscribe or not because they've censored me out, but I'm going to keep doing these videos. I've done 400 of them. Of course, I've been censored. But if you're able to hit the like button, I think that works, or share the video, help a guy out. Let's not forget Jesus. So a lot of stuff happening. Daniel Penny got acquitted on his charges. And who do you see outside the courthouse after he gets acquitted? Black Lives Matters sloth, big fat black lady, of course. They're all deranged. Not all of them. I mean, I got black lady friends, fat and skinny, that are smart and knowledgeable, but it seems to be these psychos. And she's out there, oh, it's racist. America's racist. Black Lives Matters that conned Americans out of all kinds of money. Yes, it was terrible what happened to George Floyd. Hey, Deb, it was terrible what happened to George Floyd. They took in hundreds of millions of dollars. They put some paint on a mural. In Wisconsin, wherever it was. And there's your Black Lives Matters donations. They got a couple cans of paint and put a mural up there. They did nothing for the inner city youth programs around America. So why don't they investigate the Black Lives Matters founder and co-founders? Where's all the money? They run that con game. They're the first ones with a microphone saying, oh, America's racist. Daniel Penny got acquitted. Everything else. God bless Daniel Penny for being a hero on the subway, because in that scum-infested Alvin Bragg city of New York City, where the citizens are terrorized, they're committing crimes, and all they do is catch and release them to commit more crimes. So thank God and God bless Daniel Penny for being a hero. How many times these people are victims and they're just being victimized, and there's nobody there to help them. So, hey, everybody, Francis, Frank, Immigrant, we're going to keep the show going. So you got this Democrat corrupt district attorney's office in New York City. So, and now Black Lives Matter gets up there. Everything's racist. It's over. We've seen that trick before. Okay? Obama, Hillary, all the Democrat mayors and governors. The gig is up. Americans heard that. You can't play those tricks anymore. So that's Daniel Penny. Let's move on to the healthcare CEO, health insurance CEO, that got murdered by one man, Luigi Mangione, 26. Come from a very, very wealthy family. This guy had an IQ, Mensa IQ, this Luigi Mangione, and he threw his life away. But he was one man that killed one man. Now they're putting it around the clock. They're running it around the clock. They caught the healthcare insurance CEO. They caught the killer. This killer is one man that killed one man. Okay? So Pennsylvania Governor Shapiro, that scumbag, gets up there with all their catch and release for criminals. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, we got Luigi Mangione. We got him. What about all the criminal, violent, murderer, illegal immigrants, Governor Shapiro, that are in your state? What about them? That they get caught and they get released. What about that, Governor Shapiro? Oh, we got Luigi Mangione. He killed the CEO, healthcare insurance CEO. We got him. He killed the CEO from a healthcare company. We got him, folks. Well, listen, you scumbag Shapiro. What about all the freaking illegal, violent killers you let into your state. You put them up and give them room and board. You give them $10,000 debit cards so they could get caught and released and commit murder and assaults and rapes on your Pennsylvania residents. How about that, Governor Shapiro? We got Luigi Mangione. Yeah. He practically gave himself up. He practically gave himself up like he wanted to get caught. Goes into a McDonald's with a mask on. I mean, come on. Yeah, you did some really good intelligence detective work, Governor Shapiro. The guy practically walked into the police station, okay? So you're trying to champion that. Look at us. We're just such good. We're good prosecutors. We're good we promote the law. We enforce the law. Yeah, look, we enforce the law. In the meantime, your state's riddled with illegal immigrants that are killing many people. Luigi Mangione, one man, killed one guy, and they're acting like it's the best thing since sliced bread. But they don't want to tell you about all the freaking killers that are running around their state that they catch and release and put them up in room and board, give them airplane tickets and everything else. How about that, Governor Shapiro? Why do you think you tried to run for VP and they slapped you around? Why do you think they slapped you around? Oh, it had something to do with Israel and all. No. Just like Kamala. Just like, So that's what you have there. Governor Shapiro. Yeah, boy, what a brilliant freaking law enforcement we have. What brilliant law enforcement. Yeah, to catch one guy that practically walked in and gave himself up. In the meantime, you turn your back on the residents of your state that have high taxes, crime running rapid, innocent people getting raped, murdered, assaulted. And then you release those people. So quit talking out of both sides of your mouth, Governor Shapiro. Everybody knows you're a bum. And Pennsylvania turned Republican. Pennsylvania actually voted for Trump. Wow. People have had enough. They've had enough of the Obamas. They had enough of the Hillary Clintons. They had enough of all this gibberish. Obama gets up there and says, oh dear, the black men are stupid. The black men are stupid. They voted for Donald Trump. Yeah, it's the same black men's fathers you conned back when you were running for office and you fooled everybody. Those black men had children that were taught, black men are Obama. Black men are capable of being smart. Okay, Obama and Hillary. They support these people that don't have their best interests. So Obama, you're not even 100% black anyways. He's another whatever you are. He's a Kamala, whatever, wherever they come from. He gets up there, and now for whatever damage was already done to the Democrat Party, he's just put them in more quicksand. I can't see a Democrat president for forever now. The chairman of the DNC said, we had enough. They finally are seeing, because Obama, Letitia James, Al Sharpton, Alvin Bragg, all these governors from these Democrats, that people do not agree with these radical left political leaders. People don't agree with that gibberish. When will they accept it and then find a better strategy? Because in this historic election, people just said, F off. We heard enough of it. We don't need to hear from you, Obama. We've seen that magic trick. And then you insult the blacks like they're unintelligent and they can't make formidable decisions. You wonder why you got tanked. So now they're at the point where it says, oh, well, we don't care anymore. We're just going to tank the party. We're going to just tank the party. So Alvin Bragg, see, they of course, it's common knowledge, they used New York City, Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, they used those DAs to create lawfare against Donald Trump, to get Kamala in so they can turn our country Marxist. And it didn't work. It didn't work. They thought the fix was in. Well, sorry, I don't have a car. I walked 3 miles to go vote, as well as a lot of other Americans that had enough. I walked to go vote. America has had enough. Now they're like little freaking 5-year-olds that somebody took their toy away, and they're all pounding. They're all talking smack, and they're going, oh, well, now they don't care. Now they want to do more damage to the party. Michael Condinas, Francis Franciotti, Frank Ferraro, Emigrant Anderson. Thanks for joining. So, yeah. Those fat sloths from Black Lives Matter stand outside the courthouse. Where's Al Sharpton's little skinny rodent ass? Where's he? And Americans are racist. Americans are racist. I believe there were blacks on that jury. BLM scum, Al Sharpton scum, Letitia James scum. Why did Alvin Bragg pursue charges 2 weeks after it happened? Why? Because Obama or somebody called in over there and said, hey, by the way, we heard about this. Let's make it a freaking a race case. Let's make it a race case, Obama. They got nothing left. The epicenter of the Democrat Party is New York City District Attorney, Donald Trump resident, to go use lawfare against him. They threw everything at Donald Trump but the kitchen sink. And it failed. So Al Sharpton, get your little skinny ass up there, talk some smack. The founders of Black Lives Matters, oh, Americans are racist. Americans are racist. Daniel Penny got acquitted. They're standing up for the criminals. Black Lives Matters is defending the criminals because they're criminals. Where's all the money? Why isn't there a forensic audit against Black Lives Matters? They bought a couple cans of paint and painted a mural. In the meantime, all the inner cities run down that need school programs. They need computers. They need a lot of things. I did an after-school program in Buffalo, Democrat-infested scum. There's no computers. Where's all the money? Where's the taxpayers' money? It's taxation without representation, which is called tyranny in these Democrat-infested states. Where's the money? Black Lives Matters founders, where's the money? These schools should have nice computer centers. They should have books. They should have the necessities to get an education. America's literacy is now 47th. America's education levels, high school, is 47th in the world. Good old United States America, because they're dumbing down. It's the dumbing down of America. They're teaching kids all this bizarre stuff, but actual tools needed. They want to teach more about turning your boy into a girl and your girl into a boy. They want to promote that to freaking teach standardized subjects to build up these kids' education. But they're exposed. They always want to use smoke and mirrors. They all want to use smoke and mirrors, like everybody's stupid. New York State's been the most corrupt state forever. But they politicized that district attorney's office down there to go after Donald Trump. 47 or 52 charges. Donald Trump, he's got his Christmas list, and he's checking it twice. He's going to find out who's been naughty or nice because Donald Trump is coming to town. He'll see what Alvin Bragg's been doing. He'll see about Letitia James. He'll see about Governor Hochul, and he knows all their names. So Donald Trump is coming to town. Get your toothbrush and underwear, because you're gonna go to jail. And this, guess what now? How? You're not gonna get any bail. So the gig is up. All right, folks. We gotta put a little Christmas carol in there. Donald Trump is coming to town. He's taking his list. He's checking it twice. Yeah, baby. The gig is up. People are voting for common sense and logic and sensibility. We're not even asking for anything above common sense and logic. We're jonesing for just regular thinking. Like, wow, what a novel concept that is. Let's just have some normalcy. They turned it into DEI, unqualified people in positions. You see it in your communities, unqualified people everywhere. DEI garbage, woke garbage, illegal immigrant garbage, the economy garbage, world affairs garbage. They've tanked everything that you can tank. Plus, they added in a little dash of perversion. Who promotes men and women's sports? I identify as this. Well, you could identify as a tree, you could identify as a rock, but when you want to go, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. There's no debating that. How perverted. Then they wonder why they didn't get the Christian vote either. They disenfranchised so many of the different demographics of Americans that they just disenfranchised. Then they wonder why Kamala got trounced in the election, and they're all going, what happened? I don't know. He said it. She said it. I don't know. Where's that 80 million? Where's that 40 million, Kamala? Where's Kamala? She's in Hawaii. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jesus. This is God's country. By the divine grace and inspiration on how our country got started. He saved America. Just like that Chicago mayor, that mayor over there, she's going to be the next one in jail. Where's all those millions? She's using all the taxpayers' money, 300 million for houses for illegal immigrants, get all this money, and now all of a sudden the citizens revolted. That Leonard, that criminal out there in Chicago, suburb of Chicago, they're all being found out. Americans had enough. They're going to the city council meetings. They're going to the meetings and protest. They've had enough of this gibberish. They've had enough. So they kicked her right out. She's still crying about it. So, yeah. So that's it. Thank God Daniel Penny got acquitted. Black Lives Matters, you don't matter anymore. You don't matter. You conned everybody that donated. So they can't wait. Al Sharpton and them, they can't wait to just call something racist. They just can't wait. Things happen things happen when there are two different races, and things just happen. It's not motivated by race. Crimes happen. But what do they try to do? They try to play the race card, and then what do they want? Money. Like they didn't get enough. They didn't get enough the first trip. They got booed. They're outside of the courthouse. Americans are racist. Daniel Penny got acquitted. They're outside the courthouse, and guess what? They got freaking booed. Run to your freaking SUVs and get the hell out of Dodge. Go back to your mansions. Get out of Dodge. Get up there. I guess your little news conference ended early. I guess it ended early. Yeah, I mean, come on. Wow, white lives matter. Well, geez, I want to say white lives matters. Well, immigrant American lives matter. We're all different races, cultures, creeds. We're all different. We're Americans. We're Americans. There's a very, very small, minuscule population that do hate crimes. Very, 0.1% that perpetrate hate crimes. But who do these scumbags, they hang their hat on like that's the majority of Americans. That's the majority of Americans that are, the Americans are racist and proven to be hate crimes. It's a minuscule of 1%. But they want donations and they just want us they just want to transpose a crime, turn it racist, and then say everybody's racist. All Americans are racist. So I'm fighting for you folks. I'm fighting, but we're gonna need a little money. We didn't get enough off of the George Floyd situation. We didn't get enough there. We want more. Get out of New York City, get in your SUVs, and go back to wherever the hole you crawled out of, because it's over. And the CEO killer, Luigi Mangione, 26 years old, from a very, very wealthy family, he got arrested. Okay. That was one man that committed a crime against one man. The CEO for United Healthcare has been making decisions. He was going to an investors meeting at the Roosevelt Hotel the morning he got killed. He's going to an investors meeting. What do you think they're going to discuss at this investors meeting, Billy and Sally? They're going to talk about raising premiums on all their freaking policy holders and how they can screw their policy holders over more so they can receive more profits to pay their $100 million a year salaries. So that's what he was doing in New York at an investors meeting at the Roosevelt. How he can screw the people over. Well, let's take these procedures off. We got to raise our profits. We got to raise our profits. He's at an investors meeting to figure out how they can screw the people, take medical procedures out of policies. You need urgent care, and they'll get back to you in 30, 60 days. You got an urgent medical issue, condition, and they'll get back to you. In the bureaucratic and in all that bureaucracy. How many people have died because their health care insurance company said, F you? That's not in the policy. Well, we got to review your case and we'll get back to you. They don't care about you. I have no sympathy that the CEO got killed. He's perpetrating policies and supporting policies that are they refused 120,000 urgent procedures that needed to be addressed. What about the 120,000 people that were paying their premiums? They thought they were covered, and then they got put on ice. They got put on ice, and we'll get back to you. You think they care about you? Oh, a guy got killed, the CEO. I don't have sympathy for him. I don't have sympathy for him. He's got power and control that are affecting hundreds of thousands of policyholders. 9 times out of 10, when you go file for a claim to get get these procedures, they refuse you. Then they say, "Oh, well, we could do a hearing, and you can you can fight against the decision, and then you just get on a merry-go-round." That's what they're talking about. That was the investors meeting that he was going to, on how to put you poor people on a merry-go-round when you need life or death medical attention. They're worse than the mafia. They're worse than the mafia. When I look at a CEO like the guy that got killed, I look at him as a gangster, a gangster. I perceive these CEOs from these trillion-dollar health insurance companies that they'll refuse you medical attention if you stub your toe, let alone have an urgent condition you need addressed. They're worse. They're gangsters. They're worse than the Colombo family. They're worse than the mob families. They're worse. They're worse. People said, oh, well, oh, we're glad this mob guy got killed. Yeah, well, the mafia only kills the mafia. The mafia only kills the mafia. These health insurance companies are sticking it to the citizens and denying them urgent medical care when they say, well, check your policy again. We'll get back to you. And they just leave you hanging. Go rot on the vine. Luigi Mangione, the man arrested, 26, from a very wealthy family. He was surfing last year in California. Somehow he hurt his back. He hurt his back somehow. The alleged killer. He hurt his back and they refused him the cover. They refused to honor his claim. Right off the bat, they refuse your claims. Right off the bat. Carte blanche. You got a legitimate claim. Boom, boom, boom. Go do this, go do that. They refuse it. Well, then you can appeal it. We'll get back to you in 30 to 60 days. Then write a letter and jump through all these hoops. And we're going to do this and that. In the meantime, people are dying because it took too long to get their medical attention. Things happen. CEO. So he plays God. He plays God over the people that have been paying their premiums, and he's telling them, you can live, you can die, you can live, you can die, and you refuse 120,000. They refuse 99% of the claims while they take in billions of dollars. Maybe they better get Congress to readjust. Well, this is America, folks. Why isn't there more regulation on the premiums of these billion-dollar healthcare companies? Why, ladies and gentlemen? Why? Because they are the donors to the politicians. They're the donors to the senators. Who do you think donates all these millions of dollars to these corrupted Nancy Pelosi's and Chuck Schumer's? Who do you think is donating these millions of dollars? They're these trillion-dollar healthcare companies that donate to these politicians. So when these politicians are in office, that they don't regulate the health insurance companies. It's just a circular money. It's a circular shifting of money. At the end of the day, they all ride out to their mansions with their 7 cars. They all go travel around the world. Their children are in private schools. They're eating filet mignon. And you folks can't make ends meet. You're having a hard time. And what do? They pile on. They want to have an investors meeting at the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City where they can do what? Raise your premiums, of course. Why else do you think they're having an investors meeting? And then he gets smashed and boo-hoo, boo-hoo. No. Luigi Mangione, it's terrible you had to throw your life away. You shot to kill, but geez, you could have made your statement and just injured the guy. Hey, Sir Drums. I mean, he was so pissed off that he got denied his medical attention from his surfing injury. But to go to that extreme, this kid was a valedictorian, a genius, master's degrees at Penn University, Pennsylvania. It's Penn, Penn. And he just threw it away like that. Like the Unabomber. Luigi Mangione, I think he wrote a 3-page manifesto explaining his motivations. top of his class. This wasn't just some, low-level maniac. This guy's from a very, very wealthy family. This kid's highly educated, valedictorian. And he gets so pissed off that he got refused a claim from this United Healthcare insurance company that he went to that extreme. He practically gave himself up at the McDonald's. I mean, they're down there. We caught him. We caught him. He practically walked into the police station. Like, yeah, I'm the guy. I think in his crazy mind, though, very smart, but I think in his crazy mind, he wanted to just say, yeah, here I am. He could have been out of the country. He could have already been out of the country. He wanted to just show, yeah, I'm the guy. I did it. I'm the guy. I did it. And put other health insurance company scumbags, put them on alert. Put them on alert. So the profits that our congressmen and senators, the profits that they let these healthcare insurance companies, the profits they allow them to make it. They don't regulate it. They don't cap nothing because they get donations from these companies. I'm sure that CEO for United Healthcare Company, check out who's on his donors list. Why don't they check out who was on United Healthcare Insurance Company? Who are they donating to? Who? Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all these Democrat scums. So yeah, here's some money. Don't regulate us. We want to make billions of dollars and screw the citizens. So very easy stuff. Yeah, Sir Drums. I feel, man, why'd that kid have to do that? Good looking, smart kid. His whole life ahead of him. Jeez. Shoot the guy in the leg or something. Shoot the guy in the leg. You know, you did it in New York City. You probably wouldn't have even had bail. They would have released you. You committed that crime in that scum city. The DA's office probably would, but this was highly recognizable crime. This is a very high publicized crime because it was a CEO of a healthcare company. What about all the other 89 murders that happened that month? Innocent victims. They don't count. What about the innocent victims that got killed by illegal immigrants? They don't count. That's not on a loop on the newsreel around the clock. They don't count. But a CEO counts of a healthcare insurance company. That counts to be so highly publicized. That ain't even from New York City. What about the citizens of New York State and New York City that are victims of crimes every day? You don't hear anything about it. But because a CEO got killed, it's on every news station, blah, 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 blah. They better restructure those healthcare insurance companies and get back because there's a lot of taxi drivers out there. Remember Robert De Niro, the movie The Taxi Driver? Well, a lot of taxi drivers out there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to promote violence and things like that. But this is easy stuff to see coming down the road. I don't promote it, but I'm saying you can expect to see this because it's easy shit. This isn't Marxist country. This isn't communist. This is a free country with the most corrupted political officials, and their biggest donors are health insurance companies. So they're part of the problem. They're part of the problem. Oh, I did something on Facebook. Oh, Jojo, you were kind of harsh on the CEO. You were kind of harsh on the CEO. How could you say that on Facebook? It's very simple. How could I say that on Facebook about the CEO? It's kind of harsh. Well, isn't it harsh when he's refusing claims and requests for his policyholders to get life or death medical procedures? Isn't that kind of harsh on refusing over 120,000 people life or death conditions that he just said, sorry, write an appeal. We'll get back to you in 60 days. You'll be dead by then. Well, isn't he kind of harsh on playing God on people that have been paying their premiums, and then he plays God on whether you could get this procedure or not? If you get denied, start writing letters, go on a merry-go-round, and you ain't getting approved. Well, isn't that kind of harsh? Isn't that kind of harsh? I'm supposed to cry a river for this bum? People pay their premiums, and then, well, something's in the fine print, and then they write the policies where all these policies say, well, they're so well written. All they say is, well, we retain the right to review what we want to pay. We have the right. They'll give you all this gibberish, 27 pages of your insurance policies, but somewhere in there it says, we reserve the right to say F you. We reserve the right. If you look with a magnifying glass through your policy, you'll see, in legal words that average Americans can't interpret, but what it's saying is, we can screw you. Hundreds of thousands of people. They're the biggest healthcare insurance company in the world. They want to take in premiums and they don't want to pay any money out. Just like car insurance companies and everything else. Healthcare. The insurance companies are the worst in the mafia. They're worse than the mafia. What do they pay? 1% out in claims? And then they refuse 70%, 80% of the other claims. How could 80% of claims be unfounded? 90% claims denied. How? In numbers and statistics, it don't make sense. There'd have to be legitimate claims in there. Yeah. There would have to be legitimate claims. They deny you right off the bat, and then you got to write these appeals and all these other type of things to discourage you while you might be dying. How could you be so harsh, Jojo, on that CEO? He's making decisions that are affecting millions of people. And then in the mafia, when a guy talks to another guy, it's a conspiracy, and he goes to 7 years in prison for 7 words that they turn into a conspiracy, and they send a guy away 7 years for a conversation. And the families are crying, visiting their father and husband in prison. And you got bums like this that are perpetrating decisions on millions of Americans, and he's playing God. He's playing God with innocent people's lives. Yes, I'm biased to the mafia. I saw how they were dealt with and how they got charged through the lip for a couple of words. And they're public enemy number one. The mafia's decision doesn't affect innocent civilians. They do their crimes and murders within their own 5 families. These health insurance companies, they're making decisions that impact hundreds of thousands of Americans, innocent Americans that pay their premiums. And they deny 93% right off the bat. So they're saying, well, your claims, 93% of your claims are unfounded. You're just retards that don't know what you're doing. So we're denying all that. And then you got to jump through hoops. You might need some procedure. And then, well, you can file an appeal within 60 days and we might get back to you. In the meantime, you might be dying. So who's worse, them or the mafia? ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Philly Bob, Sir Drums, Francis. Mm-mm. And of course, the healthcare isn't interested in any cures. Okay. There's no profit in cures. Like they don't have a cure for, these things that have been around, the C word, they don't have a cure. There's no profit in cures. They can't cure the common cold. Okay. Okay. We got swampland for sale. I might be out of swampland. Geez, people are eating that swampland up left and right. Hmm. Hmm. Thank you, Philly Bob. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to give my channel up. I don't even know, whatever, if I get subscribers or stuff like that. That's all right. I like seeing you people in here. That's good enough for me. Yeah. So, how come you see these perverted commercials on TV? You see all these pharmaceutical, all these new drugs. They're dancing in the streets. Men are kissing men. You see all these perverted commercials selling whatever the hell they're selling. Wow. Men kissing men. They're dancing in the streets. They're like fairy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look, everybody's having a party. They got all these things, and then it says, warning, all these side effects that are worse than the original problem. Boy, what goes on in America? Jeez. Hmm. What goes on? So that's it, folks. I appreciate everything. Give praise, my Savior. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, you know what to do. Hit the like button. If you're able, I don't even know if people are able to subscribe to my channel. I don't really, whatever happens, happens. But I'm in the trenches. I'm gonna give you the juice the best I can. Well, I have a lot of time. I investigate stuff. I research stuff. I have a lot of time, and I might be right. I might be wrong, but I put it out there. People can take it how they want, but you know, investigate. That's all. Much love to you, Francis. The beautiful Francis Franciotti. Yes, folks. And everybody else in here. I appreciate it. So that's that. It's almost 45 degrees today. It's good to be alive. These are issues, and we give our opinions in a forum. But then again, we have to go out and enjoy our lives. All right. So there's a link to the book in the description. I'm a great author, of course. Come on. Who started that? Remember this? Who started that? Huh? So let's have fun. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? But we got to get the evildoers out. I mean, we voted one out, two out, and so maybe we're going to enter a golden age of enlightenment. And maybe this will be the roaring 20s, just like the 1920s. Maybe we're going to enter into some common sense, get the filth and the corruption out. And let's move on to a golden age of enlightenment. Okay? Last time I heard this was God's country. It was God's country. And it was God that turned Donald Trump's head to miss the bullet. It was divine intervention. You want to know about divine intervention, folks? You want to know about divine intervention? There's a link in the description. All right. So I guess we'll end it there. We're going to rock on, and I appreciate the support. It keeps me going. I'm a lonely old man. I sit over here and I just investigate everything. I'm just a lonely old man. That's all. God bless you all, Philly Bob. And it keeps me going. Keep the brain working. I have a brain injury. In case you haven't noticed, I have a brain injury. If I don't keep my brain moving, it's a slippery slope where I am forgetful on things, but I gotta keep moving, keep pushing on. So that's it. God bless everybody. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. Holidays could be depressing. Don't turn to drugs. Don't turn to this. I miss my loved ones. Every day I miss my loved ones. And it's amplified during the holiday season. Don't turn to substances and chemicals, alcohol, and maladaptive behaviors. Don't turn to it. We'll all meet again. So let's keep it together. Be the kings and queens of the world. The world is a vampire who wants to have blood. No, we are divine children from the Father God. So we already won. We already won. Okay? Thank you. God bless y'all.